Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Chuckles, and today I'm going to be starting my series where I analyze Fortnite gameplay at competitive level. The goal for this is to help everyone improve and, show tips and tricks and stuff like that so everyone can become better at the game, place higher in pop-ups, stuff like that. So if you learn anything from this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a bunch of these. I'm starting with the recent Fortnite tournament, the ESL Catalyst, however you pronounce it, tournament. So that's what we'll be looking at right now. I'm going to be doing Game 1 in this video and possibly Game 2. So if you enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe, and that is all. Peace. So in the first clip, we're going to be taking a look at one of the X2Twins, Jordan. In this clip, you could see from his loadout that he's set for the end game. He's got an AR, a pump, stinks, and heals. Now, you can see he's not at full health, and he opted not to use the slurp juice, which, me personally, I would probably use in that situation, but he decides not to. Also, if you look on the top right corner of the screen, you can look at his map, and you can see he's very far from zone, and he has 5 players around him. Now, what I do in this situation, I would go to the cannons, which are located on the hill that he's on, and I would just shoot myself closer to zone. But that's not what he decides to do, and it kind of backfires on him, so I'm going to roll the clip and then talk about it.
Players like Faxbox, no eliminations yet, first circle in. Typical of what, a first game should kind of look like.
Yeah, exactly. Stink Bomb coming in. He knows there's a player there now taking a little bit of damage. Shows it ahead of him, trying to catch him off guard. Seth is just being pressured as Jordan's looking to actually close.
So you see in this clip, Jordan opts to play very, very aggressive and leave the high ground, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because if you want to do that early game damage, so you're not affected by Storm Surge later on. But one thing he does do is he drops into the other player's tunnel. This is a huge mistake, and it costs him the game. Essentially, the other player could edit every single wall, floor, everything that's his around him, and that gives him a really big advantage. So I'm going to roll the clip, and you can see how it backfires on Jordan.
On this elimination potentially. He's got the shotgun for up close plays, going for the replace. He gets it, he goes for the edit as well, but that's a great escape here by Seth. But for how long, actually?
In this clip, we're going to be taking a look at Aimhero and how a left-hand peek cost him the game. So let's roll it.
That might have been the reason. They might have flipped the coin.
Maybe.
Said Aimhero.
Ooh, a lot of bullets coming through. Those Zextro gets on the board. The Vic gets on the board as well. And players are starting to drop like flies. It's Aimhero.
Now, from this freeze frame, you can tell both players are very low on health, and whoever hits the next shot will win the fight. Now, Aimhero opts to just go straight out to the left of the build and try to pump him. However, 9 out of 10 times, the player with the right-hand peek will hit the shot first. It's because they can line it up with the right-hand shoulder angle. So, Aimhero, in this situation, should have gone back over the metal build into his brick, edited down, and then shot him. He would have had the right-hand peek. It would have been a much bigger advantage. He doesn't, and he dies. After the clip, I'm going to show you the other perspective of the other player so you could see exactly how he was able to hit the shot first.
Trying to live up to his name here, and he won't.
The box traps could go down, could easily turn the other direction.
Yeah, and you don't want to be eliminated from a trap.
So in this clip, you can tell we're in the final stages of the game, and we're going to be taking a look at Bizzle, who is one of the most consistent players. He's also the highest paid Fortnite player in terms of win-ins. And he always places very, very high in any skirmish that he's ever in. But in this freeze frame, you could tell that there's 6 players on the low ground and 1 player above him, and the player above him is not building. He's not putting cones down, so this is a sign that he's probably very low on mats, and Bizzle takes this opportunity to go for the high ground. Now, the high ground in late games is very important because no one can really get up to you unless they have a ton of mats to burn, which they're probably not going to do in a pro game. And no one could fall on top of you. All the 6 players on the low ground, we're going to have to deal with players dropping on top of them. It's just natural, especially when they run out of mats, like you'll see in this clip.
Putting back in to retain this high ground position.
Bizzle trying to take high ground. Bizzle ends up taking the high ground from Jamside. Jamside, no builds left.
This is tough. How do you get out of this position? He's got the maximum shield. He can possibly get.
He has a launch pad, but he can't even put it down because he has no builds.
Oh, he's looking to escape this, looking to maybe build down through this tower as the storms and eventually close in on him. Tomo is looking very good, back to full HP. Vinny on a sliver of health left, just trying to stay alive towards the lower end side.
Jamside ended up going down, but Bizzle maintains the high ground.
Oh, he's trying to. He's got enough builds to do it. He's got a first aid kit if he needs as well. Animal has fallen as Smeef's able to get his elimination, being brought in by Milan as his dual partner and doing some serious work here. It's Bizzle on the high ground, able to help get the
Skeet
damage.
goes down 1v1.
Skeet's the one to get these eliminations. Down to that 1v1. He's going to drop.
Now, before this game ends, I want to talk about what Bizzle's doing here. As you can see, as the fight progresses and more players die, he's slowly dropping down. He drops down twice, actually, and he does it slowly and methodically. You don't want to just jump down when there's still a lot of people fighting on the low ground, because then they're going to focus you. So you want to do it as they're kind of dying, and you want to stay about 2 or 3 levels above the highest player on the low ground, or on the high ground that's underneath you, if that makes sense. You don't want to just sit up in the air indefinitely, because someone will eventually shoot you out, and you will die from fall damage most likely, unless you have glider redeploy. And if you have glider redeploy, you're just going to get focused by everyone who's still left, because they'll hear your glider. So drop down slowly, stay about 2 or 3 levels above the person who is closest underneath you, and play it out like that. Bizzle does this a lot, and he's very consistent, and it's a good thing to practice.
Down, take a little bit of damage from this one, but Kenny gets elimination. 14 builds left to go. He's got the shotgun. He knows where his enemy's going to be, but the time is taken away. He goes for the jump shot, actually on the build as well, trying to look for any sort of damage he can engage with before he goes for the drop, before he goes for the
Bizzle with no more builds.
Well, now he's going to have to engage into this one, right, Speedy? You can see towards the
He has to drop down. He has to drop down.
50 HP left. He's still trying to sprint. Yes, G with 19 HP. Bizzle takes the first victory out of today.
So that's all for the first game. I'm going to do another video for the rest of the games after I upload this one. If you learned anything, comment down below what you learned, other stuff that I might have missed, other advice you can give other players. But that's all for this video. I'll hope to see you guys on the next one. And if you learned anything or enjoyed the video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and check out the rest of the videos that are coming soon. Peace.